Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is David Sutter with the High Table. We have a special guest today. This is Nashville's finest. You went to White Creek, right?
Yes, sir.
Went to White. He's a co-hour lord. I hate that side. Right
Once
there.
a Cobra, always a Cobra.
Hey, listen. I'm headed there until I got a transfer. The Maplewood. But hey, this is William Mason Jr., right?
Yes, sir.
Jr., affectionately known as Bug, and I've been seeing this guy around town for years, really decades, and wanted to kind of get to know him a little better. And I hit him up. I was stalking him on the DM. I was stalking him in a good way. Said, hey, man, you got to come on, let's talk about it. He said, man, why not? And so he's here at the High Table. Introduce yourself, sir.
All right. Thank you, David. My name is William Mason Jr. I am a native of Nashville, Tennessee. Grew up right here in Bordeaux. Went to Kings Lane, Ewing Park, on the White Creek, and then on Tennessee State University.
Awesome. All right.
Big Blue.
Big Blue. It's almost football season, too.
It is.
Can't
I got to
wait.
get my tickets.
Yeah, can't wait.
My season tickets.
What year did you graduate from White Creek?
1993.
93.
93. That's a great year. That was a great year.
It was a great year. A lot of greatness came out of White Creek.
Yes,
I can't
sir.
lie.
Yes, sir.
So let's talk about your early upbringing.
Early upbringing.
What neighborhood did you grow up in?
So we grew up in South Nashville, right down the street from. We grew up on Clifton first,
Okay.
and then we moved to South Nashville, right behind Music Row.
Okay. Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I went to what's the school over there? Aiken Elementary.
Aiken.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and then we moved with my father with the Temple Church. We started the Temple Church. My father was one of the charter. My father and my mother are the charter members of the Temple Church.
Didn't know that.
And my father bought 77 acres right here on Clarksville Highway, and he bought it for the church.
Wow.
So he gave 70 acres to the church, and we lived on 7 acres right there on Clarksville Highway.
Wow.
And so, that was big for a black man
Right,
in those days.
absolutely.
1980 buying 77 acres, but he was the
Wow.
first treasurer of the Temple Church and charter member.
And, okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
That's all right. That's okay.
Yeah.
So,
and I'm sorry. And so it is 77 acres from Clarksville Highway, from Kings Lane on down?
yes.
Wow.
Right. On up.
On up. Okay,
towards Bradley Park.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, that was big. That was a strategic move for the church.
Mm-hmm.
And he put up our house as collateral so the church could be built. Him and 5 other families,
Right.
and my mom and dad and 5 other families
Right.
put up houses for the collateral for the church to be built.
Yeah.
And then the rest is history, man. That's what we got today.
That is history.
It is.
So was your father always a businessman?
Yes, he was in insurance.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he always knew business. He knew the behind the scenes, so to speak.
Exactly. So he was one of the first black insurance men in Nashville.
Okay.
They kept blocking him. He kept applying, trying to get the job.
Yeah.
And they kept blocking. You know how it was back in those days.
Absolutely.
If they got something that they know you can benefit from, they're not going to let you get into that right away. So he had to do his work and due diligence to become an insurance man. And with the money that he made from selling insurance, he was able to help the church and help the church to succeed.
Wow, that's amazing. I think we've all in Nashville have gone to Temple at one point in time.
Exactly.
With the great
Bishop Michael Lee Graves.
A great Graves.
A great man. A great
phenomenal man.
Yes.
A phenomenal man.
Yes.
He's revered on the same level as, what's my man that used to preach at Watson Grove, the first one? What's his name? Light-skinned brother. Forgot his name.
You hadn't said that, I'd have dropped it off my tongue.
It's on the tip of my tongue.
Right.
But that guy there is loved. But we're going to think about it. When you think about it,
it'll come back up. It'll come back up.
But those two are not just popular pastors, but loved because they were knee-deep, beloved, knee-deep in the community. Growing up with that type of a spiritual upbringing, you could see the spirituality in people. How did that shape you into the man you are today?
Oh, man, it shaped me tremendously. Bishop Graves was a mentor of mine, and he licensed me to preach.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. So I became a minister in 1996, and I did my trial sermon at the Temple Church, and the sermon title was, "To whom much is given, much is required."
Wow.
Yeah. I don't really tell people that I'm a minister because I don't want them to look at me, and people change when they talk to you and all that stuff. Right. So I want my life, how I live my life, to be the reason that they know
that
God is in me.
Right.
You get what I'm
saying?
So
your action.
My action.
Got it.
My life is my sermon.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Smart man. Listen, God is amazing.
He is amazing.
He is amazing. And so your father was your mentor.
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Can you talk about some of the conversations y'all had growing up when you were struggling, a young whippersnapper?
Oh yeah.
How did he kind of reel you back in?
Well, see, my father, he didn't meet a stranger.
Okay.
He was a man amongst many, and where he walked around, he knew everybody. You know, people who bought insurance from him, they were not just clients.
Right.
They were family.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? He knew everything about their family. People knew my dad from walking in the projects, walking everywhere. They knew this little white man. You know, they thought he was a white man. He wasn't white. But they would call him a little white man. But he was walking through the projects everywhere, collecting debts and all that kind of stuff for people. And they just knew who he was. He would buy candy from all the kids. He knew the families of all these people who he was selling insurance to.
Right.
So just seeing that, being with him, going to J.T. Smith's barbershop, you know, just talking to stuff, you know,
Absolutely.
all of that, man. You know, just everywhere we went, it was a conversation with people, and that's how I learned to become, you know, a well-rounded young man because I spoke to so many people, and there was never a stranger that I met.
Right.
So just being around a man like that who just was at it, man. You know, one of the things that my father said to me that I still remember to this day, and I said to all my basketball players, I said to all the students and kids that I work with, his behavior is goal-oriented. I have that on my wall.
Okay.
Behavior is goal-oriented, meaning that whatever your goal is, your behavior should match that. So if you want to be a teacher, you should be, you know, in school doing those kind of things to help you to become a teacher. If you want to be a lawyer, you need to be doing those things, reading those journals, doing all those kind of things to help you become a lawyer.
Right.
But the flip side of that is, if you don't have a goal, your behavior be anything. And that's those people who be getting in trouble and doing all kind of stuff.
No direction.
No direction.
Right.
So I've always kept that with me. That's one of the things that he said. So.
Wow. And thinking of insurance, your daddy was putting the feet to the ground. Well, that's a different time. In era where you can call people. You had to sell yourself at their door.
Right.
Like basically selling encyclopedias. You don't know you need an encyclopedia until I tell you.
Right.
That's a bad man, guy.
Right.
That's a bad man. So it shows he was trusting, honorable, honest, and to invest in your community. What better way to do that than build a church on it?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And so growing up in your environment, how's your family day to day growing up in South Nashville?
Okay, South Nashville, that was great. Me and my sisters. I have two older sisters, Yolanda and Mia, and we had next door neighbors. Our next door neighbors was James Turner and the Turner family.
Okay.
I don't know if you knew them. He was a pastor over at I can't think of his church, but they were really, you know, it was a tight knit community.
Right.
It was outside, got to be home before the street lights come on. Yeah. You know, all that kind of stuff. You know, we would walk to Music Row and eat at the Shoney's. And, you know, doing stuff like that. It was fun, man. We had a good time, man, you know. And just the neighborhood, we grew up with everybody, and it was just a great time. You know, community back then was much different than it is today.
Right.
You know, we go home, we go out all day. Nobody wondered where you were. You know what I'm saying? No phones. Just be gone. But we knew we were safe. You know what I'm saying? So that was the situation that we had in South Nashville. When we came out here to Bordeaux when I was in the 5th grade, it was a little bit different because we lived up on the hill.
Which part of Bordeaux?
I live right there on Clarksville Highway. After you pass Kings Lane, right before you get to Bradley Parkway, I'm right there on the left-hand side up on the hill.
Yeah.
So it was a little different for that. So I had to ride my bike all the way down Clarksville Highway to my friend AJ house and my friend Ronnie Johnson house. Okay. And we just have a good time playing in the backyard, shooting basketball, and all that kind of stuff. So it was a good time. I still was able to get that feeling that I had in South Nashville, but I had to drive a little distance to get to it.
Yeah. Funny you talk about those times where we had to manufacture our fun.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I rode down Ewan Lane a couple of days ago, saw 2 kids playing outside. And I honked my horn. They didn't know what I was honking at, but y'all outside playing. Yeah. Developing your own camaraderie amongst one another.
Exactly.
Far from how it is now. Normally.
Right.
They get the thumbs going in the games, and they lose sight of everything. Growing up with that type of community, have you implemented that in your own household amongst your friends?
Oh, yeah.
Let's talk about that.
So, you know, my son, he's 6'8",
Okay.
He's playing at not Davidson County, a Good Pasture.
Okay.
Christian school. And he's got his first offer and all that kind of stuff.
Okay,
so,
that's good for the family. Yeah.
But trying to instill in him that you got to go play basketball every day, man. That's got to be instilled in you. You got to get out there on that court. You got to play.
That's right.
His name is Jacob Williams. He's over there at Good Pastures Christian School. Okay. So everybody want to look at him, take a look at him. But just that with my boys growing up, they all played basketball, football, all those things. I was the dad taking them back and forth to practice, and I was that first coach at Bordeaux Eagles, and at UNA. So all of those,
Okay.
So we was all over the place, man. We was playing ball. So just instilling in them that's what's going to keep you safe, son. Being involved in sports is going to keep you safe. It's going to keep you out of trouble. I appreciate youth basketball and youth football for keeping my sons out of trouble.
And to your point, to your son's point, he don't play enough basketball. Just hearing what you're saying, he don't play enough. And not saying he don't play enough structured basketball, but you learn outside of practice.
Right.
I would tell my son, if you want to work on your game at practice, it's too late.
Right.
And so what you find then, you probably know this, kids don't play outside.
Mm-hmm.
They don't play in the backyard.
Mm-hmm.
They don't play 36.
Right.
Where you learn how to defend yourself.
Right.
Maybe fight if you need to.
You bleed.
You bleed. and also, when it's game point, you learn how to get away from 2 or 3 people. Those are viable skill sets that you need for structured basketball.
Right.
And why do you think kids just don't play enough basketball?
I think they just in the house, man. Those video games are taking over.
Yeah.
It's taking their interest.
Right.
We didn't have a choice. Our parents told us to get outside. I remember my mama telling us, go outside, don't come back inside.
That's right.
We couldn't come back in until they needed a little rest from us.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? A little break from us. So they enjoyed getting us out of the house and going with our friends. And that's how we created community, man.
That's crazy because my mother would drop me off at Hartman Park at 9.
Yeah.
And don't come get me till 5.
Yeah.
I eat free lunch.
Yep.
And so you deal with it.
Yeah, them box lunches.
Come on.
Those box lunches.
Come on now.
You remember freeze cups?
Come on now. I gonna ask you. Remember what was in the box lunch? Remember what was in it?
You had a freeze cup. You had a fruit. You had a little cold sandwich. The bread was wet.
That's right.
But you ate it anyway. Put that mayonnaise and mustard on there. You had a good day all day, man.
And your friends around. And it was just a sense of community.
Right.
And you're right. My mom would say, my dad, you gonna stay inside, I stay outside.
Right.
That's it. And me, Dale Babb, Jeff Hawkins, and Tyrone, we used to drive up to the Quick Stop on top of Buena Vista, where Wright's Barbershop is.
Yeah,
It used to be a convenience store. It used to be a gas station. But on the other side, where his barbershop is, was the Quick Stop. And they had a Pac-Man game in there, man, a Centipede game.
Yep.
And we put together about $1 worth of change and get, man, Jawbreakers, Annihilators.
$1 get you a whole bag of candy.
And I didn't see my parents for 9 or 10 hours.
Right.
Until the light came on.
Right.
Wow.
Good times.
Times have changed.
Yeah, they have.
Parents don't let their kids out their sight, and deservingly so.
Mm-hmm.
And so you working your way through South Nashville. Let's talk about junior high. Where'd you go in junior high?
You in Park.
See, I knew I liked you for a reason.
The Cougars.
I know I liked you for a reason. I was there in 83, 84.
Okay, I was at 85.
85.
Yeah.
I may have been there with your sister, maybe. Your middle sister, I believe.
Yolanda. Yes.
Yolanda, I was there with her. Tell me about your time at UM Park.
UM Park was fun, man. That's where I kind of became a little young man.
Okay.
I was. We had a good time at Kings Lane, and we created friendships. And then it was good that we were able to continue that on to UM Park.
Right.
Autumn was one of my friends.
Okay,
We was all crew, all of us. So just having a good time there, learning how to be a young man, being introduced to different people because 2 schools converged. Mm-hmm. You had I can't think of the schools
was it
up there in Jolton.
Right.
It came with us. So we just had a good time, man. Just becoming young men. Trying to date girls, you know what I'm saying? That's when you started, taking phone numbers down, going to the skating ring, you know what I'm saying? Skating ring parties, all that kind of stuff. We just had a great time growing up, man.
It was a good time, man. It was a good time, man. And I'm just, you picked my memory up some stuff, man.
Yeah.
Just, the school parties, The skate parties, the house parties. Was serious.
Yes.
Don't let your kids go to the house party. It was crazy. It was crazy. I was a slow drag king.
Right.
I had to do it. But times were so innocent back then, man.
Yeah.
And one thing I remember about those times were we got paddling.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Either you put your hands on the table or we're going to call your mom and dad.
Man.
I'll take those two.
Mr. Gale. Mr. Gale was our music teacher.
Mr. Gale, shout out to Mr. Gale. He lived around the corner.
Man, he paddled me one time and he would pull your britches up from the back. Pat, pat. And I was like, man, Mr. Gale, you hit me one more time, man.
Come on, Mr. Gale.
I'm going to slash your tires or something, man. Because you know, hurt my feelings up in this blood.
Man. Anything with having mom and dad that come to the school.
Oh, man.
That's straight drama.
Oh, my goodness.
We don't want that smoke.
And they didn't have to ask for permission to paddle you.
No.
Just took you right on in there.
Well, but see, those teachers probably went to school with each other. Mm-hmm. Probably went to TSU, Cameron, East, or Haynes.
You're right.
A lot of black teachers there. So, yeah, they probably knew them. My mother and father knew a lot of the teachers there, so it wasn't no big deal. Man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I remember one time, man, I just started driving, and I ran a red light on Dixon Road. By the time I got home, my daddy knew I ran a red light. Just that fast.
Dang.
So that connectivity.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or was serious. And so you in Park, you finding yourself.
Finding myself.
Now you're going to the big school.
Yeah. Going to the
White's Creek.
Right, White's Creek. You're already
White's Creek. How was that as a freshman?
Man, I was scared.
You and me both.
I was scared.
Yeah.
Because, you know, that was back in the day when they was taking folks' shoes and taking your starter jackets and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. And I worked all summer to buy me these Jordans.
All summer?
Worked all summer to buy me these Jordans. I was scared. So I was it was the red and black ones, I don't know what
the
number
ones.
is.
The first one.
Not the ones. It was one with like the little webbing on the side.
Oh,
I can't think of the name.
In the middle, the web. Oh, yeah, those are nice.
Man, they were so clean. I was so happy to be wearing them, but I was scared somebody was going to try to come take my shoes, man. Because I was like, but I love White Creek, man. That's when I became a man. So I was in in high school, experiencing older people, seeing people with Jerry curls and all that kind of stuff.
All kind of stuff.
Grown men walking around in the hallways. So, and then, that was the year that White Creek was number 2 ranked in the nation on ESPN basketball. So we had David Vaughn.
Yeah.
We had a big team going, so athletics was off the chain. Football team was going.
Track was
going.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just a time just to be alive and in school, and just that team spirit, that school spirit was all throughout the whole school.
Yeah.
So we had excellent sports, had an excellent band. I was a part of the band, played in the band with Robert Churchwell.
The great.
Yes, he's one of my mentors. When you're gonna ask me about more mentors, he was one of my mentors.
Yeah.
And so he still calls me son today.
Right.
So,
and he took that role very seriously.
He did, man. He was a disciplinarian. And that's what I appreciated about him is that he didn't take no mess. Girls couldn't have earrings on, no lipstick, no makeup, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
He was no nonsense. He would stand in the middle of the hallway like he was just watching us.
Right.
Anybody got out of line, he was going to check you right there on the spot. And that's what we need in schools. That's what I try to emulate in my school at Goodlettsville Middle School.
But it's tough when it's not. Just because you run a tight ship, that don't mean they're gonna run a tight ship on the other side of the school. Mm-hmm. So it's just a unhealthy imbalance.
Right.
The teachers may not. They mean well.
Right.
But sometimes, man, a traditional way of discipline has to be implemented. I'm not saying paddling.
Right.
I'm just saying it is no gray area in the classroom. Mm-hmm. It can't be.
Right.
There's no running in the hallway.
This is my classroom.
This is my classroom.
Right.
And teachers that get the most out of their students have a strict policy program in their classroom.
Right.
They know not to talk. She may be going, they got a sub, they know where to go. Mm. They can talk some. You know what I'm saying? But no cussing, no yelling. And so I see that. I sub a little bit over at NSA.
Okay.
And I see it. The ones that raise hell, man, they don't say nothing.
Right.
The students get it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so, man, you got me thinking back, how lit Rice Creek was.
Right.
I'm going to go back a little bit further. When I was in your park and your sister was there, we won the city in girls and boys basketball. Mm-hmm. Won the city in football. Won the city in girls and boys track and wrestling.
Wow.
lit. I'm talking about it was talent all over that school.
Wow. Okay.
Academics was very high.
Right.
It was just a time was had, and so all that talent went to Whites Creek.
Mm-hmm.
All of it.
Mm-hmm.
So it was watching David Vaughn play at Harmon Park, getting better. And I remember I used to go to some of them games, man. It was standing room.
Standing room only.
Oh, I can imagine. How was it in the hallways like every day, like a Friday, and a good football game was that afternoon? How was it that Friday?
It was great, man. I'm telling you, our pep rallies were off the chain.
Oh my God.
Pep rallies back then, man, were like that was what you wanted to be. It was the dance crew up there. Yes, it was the band. It was the cheerleaders doing stuff. It was great, man. You know, it set the tone for the game that night.
It set the tone, man.
And it just continued on, man. And it was great just seeing it, just witnessing that. You know what I'm saying? As a young man coming into high school, witnessing school spirit, which is what I wish a lot of these schools had now, which was school spirit. You know what I'm saying?
You took pride in your school.
You took pride in your school.
You took pride in your school, man. But it's tough, man. Once the infusion of this phone, and you can find anything on your phone, I really hate the fact that they can do classwork on their phone.
Right.
I'm not a fan.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It has to be a separation.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Get a small little BS computer they give you. It's got to be a way that you can detach from it.
Exactly.
But everything is, we want to make the kids comfortable. But in our day, they demand a little bit of agitation. You know what I'm saying? It's okay. Church wear. When you saw him and he got his bow tie, he's clean, he smelled good, he's manicured well,
right?
He looks good. You know that was a man that either you feared or you wanted to be like.
Right.
Well, it's one of the two.
And I wanted to be like.
It's you and so many other black boys. And he was solid. And solid to this day. So you're making your way through white school. What kind of student were you?
I was an average student. I ain't gonna sit there and get on here and lie.
I got transcripts.
Right. I ain't gonna get on here and lie.
He lying, y'all. Look, we got to.
I was a little distracted. You know what I'm saying? Because
deservingly so.
Right. So I was an average student, but I did well. I was respectful to my teachers.
Absolutely.
You know, because I had an upbringing. I had a daddy and mama to go home to in the afternoon, and if they heard anything that was out of the way.
That is so important, and I'm sure that empowered you to be a good parent, a good father, of having a mother and father, and they worked in concert.
Right.
My mom and dad worked in concert. I can say something to her. I already know what's gonna be with him.
Right.
No means no.
Right.
No don't mean not right now. No means no. And they wasn't afraid to tell you no.
Exactly.
You could be mad if you want to, but that's it.
Exactly.
Let's talk about some of the parenting skills you learned from your mom and dad. And you got, I can't even get without laughing. You got three boys, right?
5 boys.
5 boys and 3 grandchildren.
Right.
How was that? How did you reach back into your mind and say, my dad, mama would do this and now you do it?
So one memorable thing that happened, me and my sister were fighting in the Turner's yard.
Which
next
one?
doors. James Turner and them.
My
oldest sister.
Oh, okay.
Mia, she's deceased now. Love you, Mia.
Shout out to Mia, guy.
We were fighting in the neighbor's yard. My daddy came out there and grabbed us and took us in the house. And he made us hold hands while we got a whooping. I was like, oh my God. He made us hold hands while we got a whooping. Funny. But the message in that was, don't put your family business out in the streets.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Any conflict that you have, it needs to stay within the house.
Right.
And we'll settle it here and solve it here. Not out there in the streets for everybody to see.
That's right.
So that was an important lesson that I learned from my dad. Hold on.
That is, I can see that now. That is so 1970,
man,
1980 parenting.
It was.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna love each other through this pain. And learn how to respect one another.
Exactly.
Man, I can recall instances, man. I would act up in school, and my dad would come to school, man. I'd be like, man, this dude here finna go off. My dad was 6'5", 300 pounds.
Oh, man.
And angry that he had to leave work or something and come to the school. And his thing was, I don't care what your grades are. He called conduct deportment. He called, I don't know if that meant conduct.
What?
Deportment.
The deportment.
Your deportment had to be better. I don't know if that's a real word or not, but I ate it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
All right, deportment. And so he was saying your conduct ultimately determines your grades.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you acting up in school and back that manila grade thing, folder with your grades in,
right,
you would get a grade A, B, C, D, or F for your conduct.
Right.
And I would get D's and F's for my conduct. And I would get C's and D's.
Was you that bad, David?
I just couldn't be quiet, man. I had to laugh and couldn't sit down. Just
I can so see it.
You know what I'm saying? I just like people, man. I love being around people.
Right.
But my dad wasn't like that. But my dad's solid, man. He was consistent.
Right.
He was consistent, man.
He put that thing down.
Come on now. Come on now. He had that nice thick leather belt guy with that chrome belt buckle guy.
My daddy did the yardstick. He did a yardstick on us.
Wow.
Yeah, lay down on the bed, take your clothes off, yardstick.
Wow.
He was a Marine. My dad was a Marine.
Okay.
So he was tough, boy.
He had, it had to be tough.
Yeah.
With good hair, light skin.
You're right.
So he had to whoop butt or try to anyway.
Anyway,
you know what I'm saying?
I tried my daddy one time, tried to run up on him in the church North X.
Dang, boy.
And he flipped me over his shoulder.
Really?
I looked up and saw stars, man. I was like, oh my God. My little bitty daddy flipped my big old self. I was like, man, I ain't gonna mess with him.
Imagine the things your dad saw being in the service, guy.
Man.
Almost unfair.
Right.
My dad would talk about stuff being in the Navy, man. He would bring him to tears, guy.
Yeah.
And we didn't talk about it often, but just seeing things that people really don't need to be seeing, man.
Right.
All the depth and carnage and stuff, man.
Right.
You don't get away with it. And in those days, being mentally fatigued was frowned upon.
Right.
He crazy, boy, crazy. Don't play with that kid. He crazy.
Right.
But they needed that outlet.
Yeah.
That's funny, man.
It is.
Wow. And so now you get out of a White Streak barely,
Right.
barely. Your dad like,
about to skin of my chin.
Man, come on now, listen. Hey, listen, I got some stories too. But so how was it coming from White Creek? Because you know everybody.
Yeah.
Tennessee State is a community school.
Right.
You go from knowing the kids Kings Lane to Ewing Park to White Creek. Now you're going to the bigger stage.
Right.
Now, you think people crazy in high school.
Right.
In college, they are for real crazy.
Exactly.
How was that kind of in a big melting pot? People from New York, L.A., Detroit, Atlanta. How was that?
You learn from so many people, man.
Right.
You picked up so many things from so many different people.
Right.
But I had the opportunity to enter into TSU with the band. So I played in the band. I played trombone.
Okay, got it.
So we had to do camp before school even started.
Right.
So that was kind of like my introduction into it because we were on campus. We were, in on the dorms, all that kind of stuff. So that kind of eased that transition for me because I was
staying in the dorm.
Yes.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, I stayed in the dorm my first year.
Okay.
And then my second year, I moved off campus.
Okay.
But it was just man, TSU made me.
Okay.
It made me. And I say that affectionately because it made me the man who I am. All the people who I met, all the instructors that I had,
right.
We were learning from some pioneers, man. I had a class, Sociology of North American Sport.
Okay.
From the famous Tiger Bells track coach.
Oh yeah.
Ed Temple.
The great Ed Temple.
He's my
friend,
and I'll never forget, man, we was in class, and this girl would come in class late every day. She was beautiful. She would come in class late because she wanted everybody to see her.
Yeah.
And I'll never forget, he was teaching the class, and he said, beauty fades, but dumb is forever. And I never forgot that. And that was directed at her. And she didn't realize it. But he was trying to tell her, girl, if you don't get yourself to the class on time.
That's right.
Katana Starks, all these James, I can't think of his name right now. It's just fleeing me. But all these great instructors, man, who were pioneers on the James Chaney. That's his name. I'm sorry. Okay. All these people who were just great people, man.
Right.
And they were pioneers, and we were learning from them. We were sitting in front of them. We were able to talk to them and communicate with them. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
That was all on campus. So it made me a man, man. And I'm appreciative of Tennessee State for what it done for me.
That's the greatness of going to a black school. Mm-hmm. I went to a PWI, a super PWI, a super PWI, Trevecca.
Yeah.
In the 80s, from 88 to 92, and I would go over to TSU during the lunchtime, and man, I would be like amazed. It's like I'm running quicksand at Trevecca,
right?
But over here, I'm sprinting,
right? And
see all the black people, there's the DJ in the cab,
right?
All these beautiful black women, and so man, it's like I would go and have practice at 3:00. I don't think I would stay as long as I could,
right?
To get back across town because I needed that connect. I didn't know I needed that connection until I needed that connection. And then I go back over to Trevecca, and this is like Slow motion guy.
Right.
I feel like I was called to be there.
Mm-hmm.
I got saved at Trevecca.
Mm-hmm.
Learned a lot about the Lord at Trevecca.
Good.
A lot of things like that. But as far as diversity, it was non-existent.
Right.
You know, DEI and diversity wasn't even thought of.
So you say the basketball team was the most diversity you saw?
Negroes everywhere. Right. Negroes everywhere. But what I saw, man, at Trevecca was that you had to really put up with some stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of black athletes couldn't deal with it. They would leave.
Mm-hmm.
But I had a mom and dad. My brother went there. So I kind of ingratiated into the community for 3 or 4 years prior to coming to Trevecca.
Right.
But it was tough on some black folks, guys. Kids that couldn't go home on the weekends.
Dang.
Ain't nothing to do. Money tight. Black and white TV. No cable. Tough, guy. Tough.
Man.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so I bring some guys home. My mom would cook for us and stuff, man. But it was tough on. And guys just from down the street, Springfield, Clarksville, Hoptown, Hopkinsville.
Couldn't get it back and forth.
Couldn't get back and forth, man. So imagine watching paint dry all weekend, guy. You got no money, can't go nowhere. Ooh, tough times, man.
That's tough
it's
times.
tough, man.
Yeah,
and so,
it is.
But now on campuses, you got to go nowhere. Everything is kind of, they got TVs everywhere, game room,
right,
workout facility, you know. And so, what can you think of 3 lessons you learned from TSU? Going
3 lessons I learned from TSU. Yeah. That's a good question. One thing is to think, work, and serve. No, I don't want to.
Okay.
I learned how to complete something. And I think that's what college really teaches you, how to overcome and how to stay at something until you complete it.
Got it.
And I think that's what, because you came through some obstacles. You came through the bursar's office. You came through all those difficulties that you had with enrollment and getting purged and all those kind of things. You went through all those things, but it taught you how to endure,
right,
and to complete something and see it through.
Perseverance.
Perseverance. That's basically what it taught you. Another lesson was how to connect with people. And how to socialize and how to make connections and not meet a stranger, and use the people that are around you to help you succeed and to move forward in life.
Right.
It also taught me how to love myself, because all I saw was me all around me.
Wow.
We weren't in competition with each other. We loved on one another.
Right.
We wanted the best for each other.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what drove us and made us great, was because we were all pulling for each other. You know, that was our network.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So those are the things that I learned from TSU.
That's amazing, guy. I took a class over there. You know, some schools don't offer the class every semester. So I wound up taking the class over there, some PE class. I really BS in college.
Right.
I really did, guy. I wasted my time. But, man, just seeing the black people there, man, seeing the camaraderie, seeing the love and honor for the university. Like, people really got behind the university. And so now you guys have become those older people when you was growing up.
The ambassadors.
The ambassadors would always come to the games older, paraphernalia. They may have passed on, but now it's your turn.
Right.
See, in Autumn's turn. And then other guys to show the younger generation, hey, man, we have to hold this steady.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now, with the other stuff that's going on, it's really important for camaraderie and unity for TSU. We got to have it. My mom and dad met there. Wilma Rudolph introduced them. She's from Clarksville. So small-time people kind of gravitate towards one another. Right. So you graduated from TSU in what year?
From TSU in 2000.
2000?
Oh, have mercy. I was on the extended 7-year plan because I was married with children at the time.
Really?
Yeah. I got married. I was 19, getting ready to turn 20. So, yeah. My sophomore year in college, I got married.
You got married.
And then...
let's talk about that for a second. Because I've been married twice.
Okay.
Lord have mercy. I honor people that have been married for longer than I have. Okay. How did you have a level of maturity at 19 years old?
I did.
Okay.
I didn't know what I was doing.
We'll see y'all later.
Right. I didn't know what I was doing. I had an example in front of me, which was my parents. Man. But, you know, becoming a father, man, my kids raised me.
Right.
I honestly can't say that. My kids raised me. Because, you know, I didn't know what to do as a father as far as day to day. I had to learn those things. Right. You know, quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Y'all learn together.
We learned together.
Wow.
And, you know, unfortunately, ex-wife passed. You know, Melissa. Shout out to her.
Yeah.
But you know, things happen, man, and you have to just take the reins and become a man, grit and bear it, and do what you got to do.
Wow, and I honor people that are so mature to even think about that. That shows the community that you had around you. Do you think that your parents? Yeah, I get those all the time. Do you think your parents were at fault in a good way for making you think you need to be married because they were married? And
that was a tradition.
It was a tradition.
That was what was expected. You know what I'm saying? Now, I regret it? No.
Right.
I don't regret it.
Right.
Because I got 3 beautiful children from that marriage.
Right.
So that was one thing that, you know, helped me to become a man, become responsible, and think about, you know, what I want my life to be like, what I want my children's life to be like, and create that. And then God brought me my angel, my wife, Dawn.
Right.
Dawn. And so with that brought me to a different level. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Because we grew together. We've been married for 10 years. We just celebrated our 10th year anniversary.
Congratulations.
And man, she was my soulmate. I can really say that.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? You know, and the way we met on blackpeoplemeet.com. I never would have met her. That's how I know God brought her to
Shout out to online dating. I have a friend that lives and dies by it.
You're right.
You know, listen, I want to stop right here.
Yeah.
We said we weren't going to get started, okay? But I can see it trending going down. You know what I'm saying? So I want to make sure, because when your wife see this, I don't want her, you know, throwing grapes at me.
Yeah, she ain't going to throw no grapes at
me. You know what I'm saying? But it's I'm going to go back to the parent thing. Like, when I first got married, I thought, well, I'm a good guy. She's a good woman. Her parents were married over 50 years. So was my parents. How hard could it be? My parents kept away the tough times, the tough times in the bedroom, tough times in the community, tough times finances. They hide that from you.
Right.
I thought, man, how hard can it be? Little did I know, you know, it's just so much stuff to go on within a marriage.
Yeah.
Did you always display a level of maturity at a younger age to make such a big decision? Or did you know what the type of decision you was making at that time?
I had no clue.
Okay.
I can honestly say that.
Right.
You know, it was a thing where our parents were like, well, y'all need to be married. Her grandparents said we need to be married. My parents was like, you know, y'all need to be married. So we made it work.
Right.
You know, but we were young, trying to figure things out.
Right.
Made a lot of mistakes.
Yeah.
Did a lot of good things.
Yeah.
We did a lot of bad things.
Right.
So that's just part of it. You know what I'm saying? It's just a learning process, you know. But we raised 3 beautiful boys together.
Awesome.
And you know, that's what it was.
And so your current wife, you have a similar deeper connection with her.
Definitely deep.
How was that, or was it, let's talk about going deep with this woman, not just a surface relationship. Like, did you know you wanted to be married again?
Yeah, I was divorced for 10 years.
10 years. Wow.
And so I was searching and wanting.
Right.
But I just wasn't finding the right thing. Because anytime I saw red flags, I was out immediately.
Preach.
You know, during that
that
dating period.
Yeah, absolutely.
I was like, man, nope, ain't going back there.
Right.
So, you know, when I met my wife, man, our first date, I knew I wanted to marry her. I knew I wanted to marry her. Just her demeanor, how she was. She always said that our first date, it was a job interview. Because I was questioning the heck out of her.
Yeah,
because
right.
I didn't want to make another mistake.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But, you know, God really truly sent her to me. And, you know, I'm pleased.
Right.
You know, I go to bed every night knowing that I got somebody that's got my back.
Wow.
And I hope she feels the same way about me.
Right.
You know, but, you know, a good woman can change your life.
Yes.
For the better.
Yes, they can.
And that's what happened with me.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so once you knew that this was somebody you want to be with, you start to open up and go deep with her and not ashamed of what you've been through, mistakes and stuff.
Right.
Was that scary at first, or?
It was
Okay.
Because you're jumping back into a marriage.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In the first marriage, you kind of struggling a little bit. And in this marriage, you know, you're hoping it's not going to be that.
Right.
So
men nowadays, we talked about this off camera before, but it's such a battle between men and women.
Mm-hmm.
And I wish we could come to a point where we understand one another just a little bit more than yesterday.
Right.
But it seems like it's always something new going on with men and women. And a good friend of mine, Montoya Martin.
Yes.
Very good friend of mine. Yeah. She asked me about a year ago. She said, David, do men like women? I said, what do you mean? She said, well, they beat us up, they hurt us, they take our lives, they talk about us in music and degrade us. Do men even like women? They like what we do for them, but do they like us? And it was a tough question to ask. I mean, I do, but I don't know about across the board because we treat them so bad. Now, I'm not saying that
everybody,
you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that some of the stuff they do isn't self-inflicted. I'm not talking about that. But it made me think about my behavior towards women over the course of my dating life. And when I moved back from Atlanta, I actually called a few people and apologized for my behavior. So it was me just kind of letting them know, hey, I'm different, not trying to get back with them, but I caused some pain, man, and I'm not proud of that. I wonder if we as men across the board understand the damage that we've done to these women.
It's been a lot of damage.
A lot of damage, guy. Now, it's up to them to get over it and go to therapy and meditate and journal, but initially, we've done the whole, we hit on them, it's crazy. Like, what do you think the issue is?
And what I would say to that is hurt people hurt people.
That is true.
And sometimes you have a man who's not emotionally mature that does some wrong thing to women. And it could have been things that happened in his childhood.
Right.
Could have been things that happened in his home. Or he could have been, been in a relationship that wasn't in favor for him previously.
Right.
And he's taking that out on the current person.
Right.
So it's a lot of factors that go into that.
Right.
But not all men are bad.
I agree with that.
You get what I'm saying? Not all men are, ones who want to be whoremongers and abuse women and do those things. But do you then have those sensitive and gentle men who've been taken advantage of by women, and that could create a monster. You get what I'm saying? So you've got all kind of situations, but we got to love on our women, man. Like Pac said, we got to love on our women, man. You know what I'm saying? We got to make sure that we take care of them and nurture them and protect them. So
I agree. I totally agree with that. And so I'm on a quest, not to, but I am kind of on a quest. I want people to get along, man. Okay. My father told me at year 10, even with my beautiful mother, he said, I don't know if we're going to make it. But they pivoted and they learned to love each other in a new space, a new person they become.
Right.
Then 5 years later, it's a new pivot.
Right.
So you constantly
you're changing.
You're changing, but you're loving that change. You're not the same. And the same person you were at 19 getting married, you're not the same person at over 50.
Right.
Totally different man.
Right.
Look the same. It looked the same, everything. Hair looked gray, but yeah. That's wisdom. but you're different.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And those experiences shape us.
Yeah.
How do you pour into your boys? Oh man, you got 5 boys that need to see their father strong, happy, vulnerable, transparent, and God.
Nothing but God.
Nothing but God.
Man, we all have a text thread.
Yeah.
I'm putting stuff in there, motivational things in there. I'm talking to them.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
My parenting had to change as they got older, because it's not so much stern telling them, you got to do this, you got to do that. It came from doing that to homeboy, because I got to speak to them differently, because I can't tell them what to do because they've grown.
You've taken an advisory role.
Advisory role, exactly. I'm more homeboy now.
That's right.
Hey, if that was me, I would do this, such and such and such. Well, this is what happened to me when I did this. And I have to explain things to them of what, because I've been through all the bumps and bruises.
Yeah.
So I have to explain to them what I've been through, and this can affect you this way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So this is how you need to handle that, son. And they can either take the advice or don't take the advice. But they've come to me and tell me, Daddy, thank you, man. Thank you. And that you don't know what that does for my heart to hear them tell me, Daddy, you've been trying to tell me my whole life about this and about that, and now I finally see it. Wow. And it helps them, it helps my middle son, Miles, in his relationship with his wife. It helps my oldest son, who's, matriculating through, the job world out there. He's at the University of Washington now. Okay. And,
he way up there.
Oh, yeah. So, he's doing well for himself. All my sons are doing well for themselves, so just talking to them about what things have happened in my life and how they can learn from it and don't make the same mistakes that I made.
Me and my son are battling. He's 23.
Okay.
And I got so much information to give him, but he was raised with his mother probably 17 years of his 23 years on this earth. We got divorced when he was 5 years old. 18 years. And so I'm just still trying to find my space with him. You know, he come down here in the summer. Man, I remember I'm trying to get on him and trying to catch up being a parent.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so finally, I had to ask him, man, how do you want me to handle you? Because you're not the kid on my knee anymore.
Right.
Dad, this is how I want you to talk to me, and I give you the same respect.
Right.
In my era, it wasn't like that.
Right.
My dad say whatever, and you do it. And I had to that was a struggle.
Exactly.
You know, now kids can say no.
Mm-hmm.
No, I never told my dad no. What he saying?
Wouldn't think about it.
What are you saying, bro?
Right.
No? Are you crazy? And so they're raised differently. And I got another question. Why do you think parents don't raise their kids like we were raised, as if how we were raised was wrong?
I think a lot of kids, a lot of parents were hurt at some things that parents did to them, and they don't want to do it to their child. But that's what made you who you are. It's what made you who you are.
Exactly right.
And you got to stick with that. You know what I'm saying? You know, just like people who don't like school. They had a bad experience with school.
Right.
So they hate school. You know what I'm saying? And they're up there going off on the teachers and all that kind of stuff because they had a bad experience with school back then. But don't transform that to transport that to your kid.
Right, exactly.
To have your kid thinking that school is bad. No, school is not bad.
Right, exactly.
School is a learning ground. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I see it every day, man. You know, but you just got to help them. You know what I'm saying?
You're just making me think about my son's relationship, man. We having a battle right now. He texts me. I can say this now. But he texted me about 3 weeks ago about going through something. I said, hey, man, let's talk about it, et cetera, et cetera. He called me. I missed the phone call. The next day I called him. His mama texted me, hey, Zion told me to tell you, you know, just give him some space. He's going through some stuff, and I think we should leave him alone. I said, hold up. That's unacceptable. I'm his daddy.
Right.
He texts me and he wants some information.
Right.
And so that's the kind of internal battle. And I caution any men, don't cheat on your wife, man. Okay? Right. I cheated on my first wife, and this is like, I still kind of feel like I'm being beat up for that. Over 15, 16 years ago. How can you tell him not to talk to his daddy?
Right.
Well, if I'm in the house, we don't have this conversation. So I tell guys all the time, man, you do whatever you can to be solid, man. Right. You gotta be solid. That time spent with another woman can last you for a lifetime, bro.
Yeah.
And it can get you.
Yeah.
And so I feel that. So I understand their relationship. My son's grandfather died the day after he was born. So his mother and her have a unique respect, and I stay out of that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Deservingly so. I stay out of that. And so I respect their connection, but I still feel like sometimes I'm still trying to get to know my son on this level.
Right.
I'm 23.
Right.
Because now he's swimming with the shark.
Right.
See, and I got the envelope. Hey, I got the kryptonite. I got the answers to the test.
Right.
But I can't force it on him.
Can't force it on him.
And that's the hard part, because I want to whoop his ass. Actually, I want to go up there and act up. I really want her too.
Everybody gets some.
Everybody gets some. Your new boyfriend, everybody. But I can't.
Right.
I can't. Right. So that's just keep me in your prayer with that.
I will, bro.
Because I battle with
I know
that.
you do. I know you do. And every man battles with those type of things.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Every man's battle. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we all got to learn to navigate through this world the best way we can. And you know, just be the best man we can.
Yeah. And a lot of times it's your community as well, man. It's funny. Me and my friend, man, Tremaine Smith, we used to give each other horrible advice in the 90s. Terrible.
Yeah.
I mean, just, you said what? Just horrible. And we laugh about it because we just didn't know.
Right.
We spoke on the things that we thought we knew. Fast forward 35 years, brother, it's peace, love, God, some good food, remote control, football.
All that. All that.
Leave us alone. But where you going? I'm going home.
I'm going home.
I'm going home.
I ain't out in these streets.
No, but And so it's funny how experiences make you give more mature information. What have you learned? This is our last question. I got a feeling we could go. Mm-hmm. Based on the younger you compared to now, what are the differences? Are you more settled? Are you more peaceful? Are you quick to argue? Do you want peace? How is that bug? We're going to talk about the last question. Where did the name bug come from? But how have you matured over the past 30 years, 35 years?
Man, faith. God has been so good to me. I don't know if you knew this. I had a kidney transplant early this year, January. And how I realized how God really is in our lives and the power of prayer. Mm. And, you know, my wife talked to a man that she used to work with. Okay. They're friends. They went out to lunch. And she told him about my struggles and needing a kidney. Yeah. And he lives in Louisville, Kentucky. And he's in a part of a men's prayer group. Okay. And he went back to his prayer group and said my name. Said, you know, I have a friend in Nashville that needs a kidney. You know what I'm saying? Just want the guys to pray for him. There was a white man in that group, that prayer group, that heard him talking about that and said that I want to be a donor for him. Wow. Didn't know me from Adam. Wow. Didn't know me from Adam. All he knew was my name. Right. And he donated a kidney for me to put me at the top of the list. His kidney didn't match for me. Okay. But he donated the kidney for me so that I could go to the top of the list and get the next kidney available. Wow. So I know the power of prayer and what prayer can do for you and how God can change your life in just a blink. And how if you're doing what you're supposed to do, right? Which I was doing everything the doctor told me to do, right? But diabetes and kidney failure, eating right, exercise, doing all that kind of stuff. Yeah. But how God can bless you just through the power of prayer, and that your name is being mentioned in rooms that you're not in. Wow. And so that helped mature me, and helped to my eyes to see that, man, God is real. Wow. And, you know, there's a lot of people out there that can attest to this, that, man, if you have a good prayer life, you got a good wife that's going to be your prayer partner, that's going to get them things through for you. Ooh, man. God can change your life. Man. You know what I'm saying? So
it takes both of y'all.
Yeah, it takes both of us. Being on one accord. Right. Being in you know, in tune with God and what he's trying to tell us and what he wants from us. So you can't tell me God ain't real. Wow. And what God can't do for you to bring you to the point where you rely on him. Mm-hmm. So, wow. I think that's one of the good examples of what matured me, what helped me to see, you know, isolation is God's protection. When these friends start falling off around you, your circle gets real small, you're in the house by yourself, he's protecting you. He's protecting you from the world, from all these things that are happening. You see what's really important to you. Man, I play with my grandkids. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm there playing with my grandkids, watching TV, watching, you know what I'm saying? Comfortable. With my wife, with my sons. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? My youngest son, Brennan, he just moved out the house. So, you know, talking to him, being excited about him for making this move, getting out the house. That's right. And my stepson, Elijah, he's at Lipscomb doing his thing. Yeah. My youngest son, Jacob, is at Good Pasture doing his thing. So that's all I need. That's right. That's all I need. Did you ever think you would just need that? No. We grew up thinking, I need all this stuff to be happy. Yeah. But at the end of the day, you start trimming the fat. It trims itself. Right. Really, really. And you just want to go home, man. Yeah. And I tell my son, hey, man, I want two things. To leave my house and come back home. Exactly. Bro. Come back home, but you can cut me off in traffic. Right. You can talk about my mama. I don't care. I'm going home, bro. You win, bro. You got it. I'm going home because it's safety in home. Yeah. And I see why my dad worked hard, my mother worked hard to make a house a place of refuge. Yeah. You know, you getting beat up all day at work and coming home, you don't want chaos at home. You want your children there. Yeah. Your grandkids. You want that good noise. Right. Bouncing the ball. Daddy, granddaddy, can I have that? Come on, man.
Granddaddy, give me a dollar. Give me a dollar.
Come on, dog. Here's $2. You know what I'm saying? Here's $2.
Right. I
love that, man. And lastly, this has been pretty good, man.
Yeah.
I like this.
Yeah.
Talk about where the name Bug come from, man.
Oh, man.
Inquiring minds want to know.
So when I was little, it was Junebug because I'm a junior.
Okay.
So the June fell off and the Bug stayed.
Got it.
So Bug, given to me by my daddy.
Okay, shout out to Dad.
Yeah.
Shout out to Dad, man. I tell you, man, it's great to have. I think being a great parent comes in so many definitions. Mm-hmm. You know, some are present every day. Some see them with when they can't see their children. But I think as long as they give them some information, you gotta give information. Yeah. It can't be a blank visit. Yeah. Or, you know what I'm saying, or just a drive-by. It's got to be with something informational that the kids can take with them and keep. You know, to your point, 5 years later, your son is telling you, hey, Dad, thanks for that. I get what you were saying. Mm-hmm. You know, the iron is hot. Yeah. Regardless if it's orange hot or red hot, it's hot. Right. You know, and I don't want to touch it, man. So, man, I love you, man.
Love you too, bro.
I saw you from a distance. I said, man, I got to get this guy. Because our community needs to know more about you and what you've been doing, but just you as a person. Yeah. You're just not a name that people pray for. And now they can attach a lot of things to you. You're a Renaissance man.
Right.
So, guys, this is it with the Hot Table. This is season 3. This is William Bug Mason Jr., South Nashville finest, Music Row finest. Shout out to the beautiful family and his sons and grandchildren. And now he's off to Gatlinburg.
Yep, going to Gatlinburg this weekend.
In the big chalet?
Yep, big chalet.
Who doing the cooking?
Nobody.
we
gonna get food from somewhere.
somewhere. Okay. Well, God, man, have a good one, buddy. This is season 3. Remember to click like, share, and subscribe on my YouTube channel, The High Table with David Sullivan. We'll holler back. Peace.
All right, brother.
Hey, man.
This is great, man.